Hey there guys, what is up? How are y'all doing? I have a treat for you guys today. I was busy playing my Date campaign earlier and I was under a siege assault by 3 whole Takeda stacks, and as you can see already, the action's already starting. So the whole strategy revolved around using these insane slopes over here to further buff my Nodachi Samurai, and these guys have buffed armor. These have the highest level of armor, along with five experience levels. So even their melee defense is high. They will just shred whatever they come into contact with, especially with Banzai. And already this element of the army has given way. With a total of 10 losses on my side, I destroyed 3 enemy units, and I'm using this Yari Ashigaru over here to prevent their friends from reinforcing them, because this could have been easily turned down on me, turned against me, if they sent in reinforcements, and now my Nodachis would be fighting uphill. Never a good idea. And already we have more units breaking over here. This Naginata Samurai under arrow fire and attack from 2 different directions, with Nodachis in the flank getting demolished. And these Bo Ashigaru over here are barely doing any damage to my men thanks to the buffed armor. And you see they're sending their cavalry around. I know that the cavalry are trying to go for my Nodachis, but I have the Ari Ashigaru in the way. So this entire section of the army is pretty much gone, leaving me to focus over here. And the terrain is also helping to break up the enemy reinforcements. This is the best map for siege defense, Tarajo. And I'm even sending in the Nodachis against the light cavalry, because light cavalry relies so much on the charge, and Nodachis will utterly shred them, because light cavalry have 1 melee defense, I believe, base without experience. And I have a unit of Yari Ashigaru over here, holding the walls against these Naginata Samurai. And what I didn't realize over here is that I had my reinforcing general. I completely forgot about him, but he survived and it doesn't matter anyway. I have these Yari Ashigaru dealing with the Takeda Yari cavalry. And all being funneled into this choke point. And we have units of Katana cavalry getting butchered on my Yari wall, and similar thing happening over here. So Naginata Samurai. So we're just defeating them piecemeal, and they have another unit, this unit of Katana cavalry at half strength coming back onto my Yari wall. And this is unfortunate over here. They have another reinforcing general, so these units are going to be harder to break. But that is a-okay, because when you have these slopes, they will break soon anyway. And this entire section of the force, this entire section of the army broke. That's a Yari Ashigaru over here. It doesn't really matter. And again, I'm using this insane slope over here. Naginata Samurai. Just getting, look at those numbers. Just the casualties spike through the roof. And my numbers are ticking down. And that unit of Naginata Samurai broken. All that armor for nothing. Naginata Samurai. Heavy infantry getting butchered on a slope by Nodachi Samurai. And already these units are wavering. Yari Samurai is wavering because they're seeing their friends run over here. They're getting a morale debuff. And their entire force is converging over here. I'm going to use Yari Ashigaru to hold the line on that end. And we have a Yari Ashigaru over here already with low morale. And look at this Yari Samurai. Shattered right after making contact. Same thing over here, Yari Samurai into my Yari wall, and I'm going to bring up this Nodachi Samurai from the rear, and also bring this Nodachi Samurai to envelop this force completely. And then just piecemeal another unit of Yari Samurai, sending units up individually just to get them crushed by combined arms tactics.
The men are fatigued, my lord, and
Look at this. Look at this. Just already. And then Naginata warrior monks charging in from outside the fortress. Activated war cry. All these flashing banners over here, even though their general is still alive. And they're going to take this route, running past their friends, giving them a morale debuff. Just constant morale debuffs. And we're slowly shifting the fight over here to this slope. Just this insanity over here. So frontal charge followed by the Nodachis in the flanks, and their morale is already in the red. And they should break before their friends even have a chance to reinforce. They broke before their friends even had a chance to reinforce. And keep in mind, half of my army is still in the fortress. I'm not even using them. This entire battle is being carried by these Nodachi samurai. And we have the warrior monks. Not even necessary at this point. One unit after the other just breaking. And these units are still at 3/4 strength. My men are still at 3/4 strength. And now I'm running them back up the slope. And more units are being broken over here. Again, this Nodachi samurai. Not even 20 men lost. And this unit of Yari Ashigaru is about to break. Just oh. Oh my god. And another unit of Yari samurai about to break. Shattered. Absolutely shattered. It's over, Takeda! I have the high ground! And they hit my Yari Ashigaru in the flank, but it doesn't matter. And again, I'm running them back up the slope. And this warrior monk unit's also only 15 men lost after all this time. Combat even. Our units are just not taking any losses, and because of how long this battle has been, I'm getting a second round of the Banzai charge. The ability finished recharging. Don't ever get Katana Samurai, guys. Just get Nodachi and buff their armor, shore up their weakness, and you will never have to recruit Katana Samurai ever again. So many units of Yari Samurai just slaughtered. And I'm one of the big defenders of Yari Samurai in this game. I think they have their own uses. A lot of people just write them off as useless. But when you place any unit on a slope like this and force them to fight uphill, even Katana Samurai, even my Nodachi Samurai would underperform if the fight was reversed. And now our losses are starting to mount because of their archers. They have bow warrior monks and bow samurai. As the battle goes on, I start to get a little too cocky and then sending out units like this. And then just sending out units willy-nilly just to try and get their archers. All these archer units, and this is how I knew I was fighting the final stack, because I know that the final stack had a bunch of bow samurai and bow warrior monks. 2 units of bow warrior monks. And then firebomb throwers. And my archers still haven't expended most of their ammunition over here. They've been sitting idle most of this battle. And I'm pulling my melee units away back up the slope. And I foolishly sent out these 2 Yari Ashigaru. They also have like buffed armor to try and get like run right straight for their general, just beeline for their general, but Those men are doomed. I used to write off Nodachi Samurai. Why would you get this unit instead of cavalry? Well, 1, there's Banzai. 2, cavalry units don't tend to do very well outside of their charge. They tend to drop like flies. Nodachi Samurai, you give them buffed armor and they will hold. You don't even need to cycle charge with that Nodachi Samurai. You can just leave them do it and they will cut them up, as you can see over here. All this death and destruction. I think I wasn't paying attention over here. I was focused on this section of the map. So you see both of my Yari Ashigaru got slaughtered. I mean, that was my stupidity. And immediately the firebomb throwers broke once they got contacted. And they were targeting my Nodachi Samurai at the top. Over the crest of the hill. And they're barely doing any damage because of the angle and the... And there you can hear it's Banzai for the second time on some of these units. Bo Ashigaru. And these Bow Warrior monks are going to... With all their morale, they just have terrible melee stats. After all this time, my units are still at half strength. And again, I sent these units up foolishly, but I wasn't too concerned with the losses because I could, at this point in the campaign, I could replace the Nodachi Samurai with like similarly maxed out Nodachis, maxed out armor. So this is the quiet before the final part of the struggle. They were coming for my Nodachis, but I was okay using my warrior monks against them. And unfortunately, I think I don't know why I turned my monks in the other direction, and they are taking some losses, but they will beat this units of Yari cavalry very easily. The anti-cavalry bonus. And the Yari cavalry having no melee defense. Now they're sending up their general units, they're reinforcing generals that will plug this area up with a Yari wall. And I'm really glad these archers were in the final stack, because if I had to fight archers in the beginning or in the middle of this battle and not being able to take them out easily like this, then
their general has fallen.
I would have taken much more losses. So we have a general shattered. And that is their last general unit. I remember deciding to pull back instead. Pull back and try my best to get these archers to start climbing the walls. Because when you make them climb the walls, they cannot fire until the entire unit has crossed over. Now their banners, yeah, I remember they started flashing. I think this is the army losses getting into them and their general probably fled.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shameful display.
Oh boy. It started all over here, then transitioned over here, down to this slope, and then back over here. This has been one long ride. 20 minute battle in Shogun 2. You don't frequently see that in this game. Date Nodachi Samurai gaining 3 levels of experience, over 1,000 kills. That is like spotting a unicorn over here. Bigfoot. Just look at all these kill counts, and that's half the army. Half the army we didn't even get the chance to kill any enemy units. Meanwhile, the enemy army has these kill tallies. This is insane. Well guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you would like some more of this content. Or be sure to check out my Twitch, which will be in the description. And I'll see you next time.